Okay, this first drill is what I call an anchor drill, and this drill is going to be for acceleration, and it's called the wall drive. Why I call it an anchor drill is that this drill is going to be used to anchor techniques and fundamentals about acceleration for your athletes. Now, you may have done the wall drive drill before, but I'm pretty sure that there might be some mistakes that you might be making in it, and I want to tell you that there are some things that I don't like about this drill that I'm going to share with you just so you have a better understanding about the limitations of it. But I still believe that it's an anchor. It teaches the right techniques, and it teaches a lot of fundamentals about acceleration, so I feel it's still a valuable tool in your training arsenal and should be used during acceleration sessions. Acceleration, just so everybody understands some theory on it that we covered on some of the other DVDs, most notably the Strength Training for Speed. Acceleration really utilizes the quadriceps, the gluteal muscles, the calf, the shoulder muscles to really explode out and cover distance. This is about you overcoming your own inertia. So again, relative body strength is incredibly important to have great acceleration skill. And I want everybody to understand that during acceleration, it's not about taking short, choppy, fast strides. A common mistake is athletes, when they accelerate, they think they're trying to be really fast and scurrying, but acceleration is about taking that long stride, that foot spending more time on the ground. So stride frequency is less, but now you're taking advantage of that power to cover large amounts of distance. So remember, most sports are completed in a 5-yard box. So the athlete's ability to cover that short distance better than anybody else is critical. So remember, that also means that it's not about how many steps you covered in, it's who gets there first. And what we found is that long, powerful stride is the way to make it happen. And we're going to demo some of these concepts right now with the wall drive drill. So Bill right now is going to get into position. Right here, the first concept about acceleration is, you can see Bill's got his head tucked down, his chin is tucked down, his eyes almost would be looking straight down in front of him or a few yards in front of him, not all the way down there. So if Bill brings his head up, his whole torso comes up, it changes body position, the body is going to follow the head, and now he's in the wrong position to accelerate. He brings the chin back down. He's also at what we call a 45-degree angle. Now I want to say my piece on this. All too often, whenever you see generalized numbers in sports, get nervous. Hey, 45-degree angle is good to teach, but what we've found is, hey, we've got athletes that get at a lower angle that are incredibly strong. We have athletes that might be weaker that are a higher one. So I just want you to know that 45-degree angle is a good concept for kids, but it doesn't mean it's the exact number, okay? What I want everybody to see is during acceleration, it's about center of gravity management. So if I have Bill bring one foot forward right now, do you see how his center of gravity right now, if you considered it at his belly button, is in front of the back foot that's pressing off. So his center of gravity is forward, so that foot, his right foot has to come forward or he's gonna fall down on his face. That's what acceleration is all about. It's about having that center of gravity in front of his base of support so that he has to continually take long, powerful strides to catch up with himself or he's gonna wipe out. Now, when Bill brings that foot back, what I want everybody to understand too is the limitation on this drill is that the foot would land in front of the body, and as you press back, the body is gonna pass over the foot. That doesn't take place in the wall drive drill, but that's okay, because we can still utilize this drill to at least teach the concept of recovery and the concept of force application, which is what we're gonna do with the top speed anchor drill in a minute as well. And we need kids to understand this. So for recovery, if Bill brings his foot forward again, does everybody see at this point that the foot is on the balls of the feet? He's got powerful force going back into the ground with the glutes, with the calves, with the quads, but that foot is actually landing slightly in front of his center of gravity. So that now the foot can hit and drive him back. The limitation with the wall drive drill in terms of force application is that when people are doing that wall drive drill punching back, they're punching the foot back into a place where that's not where the foot would hit the ground. So I want coaches to understand that it's about teaching first recovery on how to get the foot and the body in this position right here. So Bill's gonna bring his foot back, and we're gonna talk about recovery. Recovery is not crashing the calf to the hamstring like it is with top speed. Recovery here is incredibly low so that we can get the foot back onto the ground again as fast as possible to spend that time putting force into the ground, not with the foot up in the air with a huge backside mechanic. So if Bill brings the foot forward, go. Do you see how quickly that foot is barely off the ground, coming right back down into position? Perfect. Come back again, and go. Perfect, and back again. And you can see how his hips are driving forward as he does this. Go. Awesome. and put it back. Now, what we're gonna talk about now is the way that you may have seen this drill performed before. So that first part of the drill, you might do 10 or 15 reps of that each leg over and over and over so they understand the concept. But now we're gonna work on driving back. Bill's gonna bring one knee up, but instead of bringing it too high, he's gonna still keep that foot fairly low. Common mistake is the athletes bring that knee all the way up. That's not what we're looking for here. What I wanna see is that foot is still fairly low to the ground, which is gonna be really mimicking the motor pattern that Bill's gonna use when he accelerates, and he's gonna drive back into the ground and switch the feet. Ready, go, 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 go. Now, holding that position, now we're gonna do two. He's gonna go 1, 2 when we say it. Ready? Go, 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 and up. Awesome. You can come up, Bill. So right there, guys, you can use the wall drive drill for a 1 count, for a 2 count, for a 3 count, 4 count, 5 count. You can go unlimited for 10 seconds. But the key is really understanding what you're trying to teach with the technique. So I want everybody to see, it's that forward angle so the center of gravity is in front of the base of support. It's the chin down. It's his body's ability to support itself, keeping that torso locked, keeping that pelvis in that posterior pelvic tilt. It's understanding, teaching kids, it's the quadriceps, it's the glutes, it's the calves that need to be incredibly strong to drive back. And it's really understanding that recovery is not bringing the leg all the way up and through, which we've seen happen with a lot of our athletes. It's about getting that foot right back down again and pressing back with a big push. Acceleration is about pushing back as hard as you can while you're leaning forward, almost falling on your face. Top speed is the pull, where you're pulling your body forward, because now what happens is the torso position is much higher. In acceleration, you're utilizing that torso position to drive you forward. But the way you're gonna do that is to be strong and have the right techniques. And with this anchor drill, it's something that you'll be able to teach better and teach those concepts to your athletes.